Here we go again. Last year, I said move J.J. Arcega-Whiteside to tight end, right? Last year, I said Nick Sirianni, you might want to give up play calling, probably for not the whole year, but just dial it back a little bit. You got too much on your plate, and you're trying to eat all the side courses when you ain't even take care of the main entree yet. Hey, finally listen. Let's talk about it, y'all. Yo, that. A-G-L-E-S.
Eagles! Eagles!
Say fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yo, that man, you know what it is. You know what it is. Your boy Fully Fresh, a.k.a. the General here reporting for duty. Listen, if you haven't done it, come on now. If you haven't, it's getting there. We almost there, man, on the road to that 4K, man. Please hit that sub button right down there. There, right there, man. Appreciate it in advance. And also, it's a bar next to it to let you know when I put up all this flavor. Last but not least, definitely not least, man, gotta smash the like for your boy. That way, my algorithm gets out there, more people get to see me, more people get to see, buy the merch that will be in the description down below, and hopefully I can quit my job. All right, y'all know how we do. Fresh facts every time, man. Fresh facts. I'm gonna kick it to you like this, and it's gonna lead into the video. You cannot be too stubborn to ever ask for help if it's needed. You cannot be too stubborn to where you think that you can take on the whole world by yourself. And sometimes if things are overwhelming, there's nothing wrong with that. If things are overwhelming for you, they can get bad for everybody else. Your attitude is different towards everybody else. You know what I mean? You don't know how to talk to nobody because you in a mood or whatever the case may be. Instead of you just getting that help and then lighten the load a little bit, and next thing you know, your attitude is better. Moral of the story is, don't put too much on your plate that you can't handle. And that's what happened with Nick Sirianni. To me, that's what I thought. I just thought it was too early in his career as a head coach to say, I'm going to be the play caller. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to have competitions. Yada, 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 yada. Down the line, down the line, down the line, down the line. And to me, last year, I was just like, yo, just take a step back from calling plays. Give it to Shane Steichen or one of these other guys that you got and see how that goes. Now, Shane Steichen is the play caller, reportedly supposed to be the play caller. And I like it. I'm not going to lie to you, because I think Nick Sirianni, the kind of coach that he is, he's a player's coach. So he's that kind of coach that he can go into the defensive film room and war room and sit down and have a conversation with anybody in there, for real. He's that kind of guy, to me, that can go into the special teams and sit down and watch tape instead of worrying about drawing up all these plays just for the offense. And now more parts of the teams get to know the head coach. I'm not saying he should never go back to play calling. I'm not saying that, but I just always felt as though you got to get the whole house in order before you start remodeling one room. If you get what I'm saying. If you have holes in every part of the house, you can't worry about not refurbishing, but put new furniture and all this in one room. You gotta hit the holes of your houses, or you're gonna be having cold and hot air coming through there. And I thought that was some of the things that was happening last year. When you look at the situation of being bad with penalties, I mean, we looked at bad. Like I said, I watched the Chiefs game the other day, and there was times we was in the red zone for like 12 plays because it kept being a penalty and this dumb play and then a drop, and it was just so much. And it's like, damn, you're fighting yourself in the red zone. And to me, a head coach that takes on those responsibilities of focusing on the different aspects of the team, the defense. You know what I mean? Seeing what he don't like, being there, being more prepared to go to his defensive coordinator instead of him saying that's just him. No, you want to be more involved. And I think that you can be, and there's no problem with that. You don't want to step on his toes or nothing like that. But Jonathan Gannon, to me, needs somebody looking over his shoulder. He does. Because from what we have been seeing last year, he needs somebody to look over his shoulder until he gets it right. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. He was a first-year defensive coordinator. But you as a first-year head coach, I thought that you would have took that and said, you know what, our defense is not doing good. Our special teams definitely ain't doing good. Let me step out of this element and try to see what's going on with the rest of the team. But you're finally doing it now, man. I'm not saying it's a year too late, but I'm just saying I said this last year. Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagor still needs to be traded to me. I'm sorry. I think you had to find something. I've been hearing the bait situation. I've been hearing defensive ends and this person and that person. I don't think he'll be happy here. And like I said before in my videos, this ain't just about us just getting rid of Reagor. I just think a different atmosphere would be so helpful for the kid. That's just my personal opinion. They said he just had another close friend that died, and trust me, I know what that's like. And we know what that's like for him last year. Now sometimes losing a friend and then you lose another one, it doesn't hit as hard because you already went through it. So it's like, damn, this again, even though it's messed up. Even though it's messed up, trust me, like I said, I know, I've been through it. But I don't know where his mental is. And maybe him just getting a new home, just having a new surrounding, getting away from everything for just a little bit, maybe can turn him into a different man and a different player. But I don't know if being with the Philadelphia Eagles is going to be that opportunity. I don't. And it's crazy because so much of him compared to Nelson Aguilar, and he's coming up on his third year, and we all knew Nelson Aguilar 2017 was his third year. That was his breakout, really only good year for the Philadelphia Eagles. So we comparing these two. What if Jalen Reagor, because you don't have to worry about him being your second guy. You don't even really have to worry about him being your third guy. Shoot, if whatchamacallit plays good to do from the Colts, you ain't even really got to worry about him being your fourth guy. And this is why I say Jalen Hurts has the most weapons, the most weapons Philadelphia Eagle quarterback ever had. In all seriousness, but if Pascal, if he is still the route runner and the physical guy that I know him to be, Reagor don't even got to be your fourth wide receiver. But that doesn't mean that he's going to be happy being a first-round pick, not getting any touches. They're going to, if he's on the team, they're going to try to get him touches. Because they're going to say, look at what we did. We turned it around. Yes, it might have seemed like we messed up, but look at this guy now. I just think it screams not a good thing for both parties. For the Philadelphia Eagles and for Jalen Reagor, man, I don't like it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. You already know. Stay Philly, stay fresh, y'all. Yo!